I don't know. I didn't even get to see the preview. I was just like, whatever, goodbye. I was like, look, I'll just be in the snake shed until March. Just bring me food and we'll see you then.
Oh, is that what you were doing on top of the incubator before? Did I wake you up? Were you getting out of bed?
I was just checking the temps ready to crawl in.
Yeah. How's your day been, mate? Your 1 day off a week that you get today?
Yeah, mate, day off. Well, it's a day off my regular job to do other jobs, which is good because it's a day you get some stuff done. So I fed a ton of snakes. This room stinks like rodents, so I'm guessing there was some stuff that did not eat because it's smelling much like rodent central in here.
Yes.
So it's all the new stuff. You know what it's like. I did about 40-ish of the new ones and just left food in to try and see if they'll just eat it off the floor overnight.
Yep.
So the fun has begun.
Did you have much success with that?
No. 2 out of the 40 actually wrapped on the food, which is a very, very slow start. But last week, I think about 15 out of them ate overnight. So if they're eating, that's good. I'm happy. They can start the wrap on it, 2nd, 3rd, 4th feeds in, hopefully. But if they can just get something into them for now, I actually started. I do rats for the first couple of attempts, and today I tried a few that haven't eaten the last 2 weeks on mice, just some hopper mice to kick them off. Hopefully, a few of them will start on the mice at least. I find most of them start easier on mice, but I just prefer they would go to rats. So first choice to rats, and
I think it's a little bit of extra stink and a bit of fur on there and everything is a little bit more of a prey item, I think, than just a bald pinky rat. So I agree. They switch over pretty easy too once you get a couple of feeds into them and get them powering along, sort of thing.
Yep.
So I'll go through. Got a few people joining in. Welcome, everyone. If you want to share, I'll say Joe Forza, mate. Welcome along, mate. Bo McDonald, Mr. Deeb, you're welcome. I called it second time. Well, I hope you're right. Buzz Williams, Dave, how are you, buddy? Matt Loveridge, in from YouTube. How are you, Matt?
Chubby.
It's killing it himself down there. Got some nice stuff. Elizabeth, good to see you. It's a holiday. Evening, gentlemen. Hope you get some albino peppers, Daz. Long project, promising results. Same. I'm hoping that there might be one, and just to add to that, I'm hoping there might be a male one. That'd be nice.
That would be exceptional because although you've hit a few, you've hit quite a few females of some of those world firsts.
Mate, it's girls. Not that I have a problem with girls, but just a boy would be nice.
You need at least one.
Yeah, that's it. Goes Langley, Adamant. Hey, buddy. Well, good to see you, mate. Hey, fellas, 3 albino peppers coming up. I like the way.
Whoa! Big call from Will.
There we go. I like the way you think, so.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Welcome along, Gaz. Sorry, came over to KHP. That's all right, mate.
Came to the dark side, eh? Mr. Nepean, blue tongue, skinks, dragons, bloody turtles. Does everything from tarantulas to bats.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there is an echo on my side. I'm trying to work out what it is. I'm not sure what is causing it for the life of me. Nothing else is turned on except this one thing. So maybe play with that on an off night one night when I'm by myself.
Sounding better now for my end though. We had some microphone issues, but it's much better. Much better now.
Yeah, that's it. Where do I get to? Anything goes? Hester.
Joey, mate. G'day.
Nick, good to see you, mate. Dylan Parker, fingers crossed. Thanks, mate. Hopefully. Ashley O'Brien. Kurt. Jasper's in the house. Marshall, hey, mate. What's the clutch? This clutch is double het, Silver Pepper Albino. So both parents are double hets. So hopefully 1 in 16 chance of an albino pepper. These guys, a lot of the poss-het albino pepper stuff you see me putting out with all the stripes and the patternless and that sort of stuff, all come from these guys. So
no caramel in this pairing.
No caramel. So the original parents of this was pure Silver Pepper Murray and pure albino Darwin. So basically no mixed blood outside of those two lines, so to speak. So, just because I wanted to see without having any other, let's say polymorphic variables in the mix. So by just having the two lines, I'm purely working from that. So, and just from that, there's certainly some variation. So it'll be interesting to see what might be lying in these. Nice little clutch, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 eggs, 4 of pip. I'll just throw that up so we can see. There we go. So unfortunately, nothing yellow's popped the head out yet. But anyway, we'll see how we go.
We've got peppers and albinos from this last year.
Yep. And some of the albinos, I don't know what it is, something with the Murray blood, a bit like, I guess, albino Bradley. They throw some really nice red albinos out, to the point the first one I ever got, I was actually confused if it was actually an albino. It was so red. But it's halfway in between. Unfortunately,
Murray blood at play.
Yeah, if I remind me, I've got a photo here somewhere of it. But unfortunately, it got fed, and that was that stinking hot summer's day, and the thermostat died and lost 3 snakes after feeding them, and that was one of them.
Painful.
Rather angry. It was one of those little ice stat things, the little ones like you might be able to see.
The minis.
With the racks up. Yeah, one of those little ones. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, one of those.
Bugger.
Luckily, luckily it was just 3. Sadly, it was that one, which really sucked because it took me ages to get it feeding, and it was smashing food down. So, anyway, I'll let you carry on with who's saying hi and who's saying what, and I'll get stuck into doing some chopping. What do you think? You
start snipping, mate. 16 to roll through, and we might get an early night so my wife doesn't fully hate me.
She always hates you. It's just the depth that varies.
I've got to move some stuff. I've got a builder boy coming tomorrow to do a mate of mine doing some skirts and cornices, because I will not do skirting boards because they suck. So
it's cornices, believe me. I've done it.
Yes. Got to get some stuff ready for the man.
So we gambling tonight?
Oh, are you keen? Do you feel like losing another bottle?
I'm broke. I'm down 4. Surely there's got to be a win soon at some point in time.
So you think that was a snow? Because we're 3 with a snow on the decider.
I don't know yet. They're still slowly coming out of the egg. So I had looked before, but there's still a couple in the eggs and everything. It has partially come out. It does look lighter, but I'm not overly convinced at this point in time. So once they've all come out, I can ditch the eggs and get them out in all proper light and have a good look. Then I'll, at the moment, because they were fairly wet in those eggs, I just don't really want to disturb them too much. I literally popped the lid and slid it back a little bit, went, oh, yeah, they're starting to come out, and put the lid back and just left them. So I couldn't see the head, couldn't see the eyes. It had kind of come out and down and in between a couple of eggs. And
leave it be.
It was hiding it, so,
No point in annoying it.
Yeah, no point in that. So... What's
I don't know.
We're going to do it again. We're going to play an odds game, and if I get an albino pepper,
what do we got? One. You've got the perfect amount of eggs. Exactly. There should be one.
Theoretically, if you look at it statistically wise, But look at your statistics at 1 in 4 last night.
Yeah, exactly. It's the odds are not the odds.
It was like, what, 1 in 12, I think.
Yep, not cool odds. I don't know, mate. You call it. You get an albino pepper, you can take 1 bottle off the total.
All right.
If you don't get an albino pepper,
I'm screwed.
You add 1 bottle to the total. It's pretty even with 1 in 16 eggs. Yeah. Potentially, it's a pretty even run.
The way my odds are going, it will probably just be 16 wild types.
So you get the albino pepper, you win a bottle basically, or win one. Take 1 off the total.
Get 1 off the tally.
Yeah, one off the 4. I can spare 1.
Yeah, you reckon? All right, let's just make this camera a bit bigger, eh? So
big screen for the cut down.
Yep.
Christy, g'day. Christy Alunga, always about.
Okey-dokey.
Michael from Mackay again. Good to have you back, mate. Yeah, Luke, good luck, Daz. Let's hope the odds go your way. Yes, well, I got a good feeling for you, actually. I think odds-wise, so far you've been behind everywhere. At some point that's going to turn around, and I think you might pull the miracle, and maybe I'm going to go all out. Is that a pepper or just a wild top?
Oh, I think it is a pepper actually. Hang on, let me only get me super goggles on.
Super glasses.
Look, yeah. These ones are alright for just general stuff, but these are a little bit more. I have to take these tomorrow. These are my ant popping. Oh,
high powered.
Yeah, I can actually see clearly with these. Yeah, that's a pepper. Yeah.
Boom! Great start.
Yeah.
And I reckon you might kick ass on the pepper odds in this clutch. That's my prediction for you.
I'll just try getting into very dark.
Yeah, very dark. Beautiful black eye.
There's a lot of variation in them.
Always. But yeah, nice dark line pepper.
You can see that some of that patterning there through the back, how it breaks up, and
yep.
At least his head's up. That's a good thing.
We'll probably see some of that striping down the back end once you can get a better look.
Yeah.
Phil Colvin, g'day buddy.
Hey Phil.
Phil was making good predictions for you as well, I saw earlier.
Yes, I do like Phil's predictions.
Everyone wants to see a couple of albino peppers. It'll be bloody good to see.
Oh, it would be nice.
Scotty Reed, g'day mate.
Hey Scotty.
Corey, g'day buddy. Love the videos. Yep. So hopefully we can pull some magic tonight.
Same wild type. Oh, just yell at me if I'm not in camera there, sorry. Sometimes I've pulled in a bit close.
Yeah, you just worry about yourself, mate. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, I just don't want to, shock everyone in seeing something cool all of a sudden. There's your head, mate. Your head was just here a second ago. Where are you?
Just show yourself. Peter, g'day, mate. Amy, hello.
Hey, guys.
The regulars rolling in.
Yep, there we go. There's a head. Pretty sure he's just she's just a wild type. Sure, there we go. Yep, just a wild type. We might be able to. I can't see the other screen. Is that in focus there?
Yep. Yeah, that's good. It was till you moved it. Come back. Yep, there we go.
You see the normal eye colour in that?
Yep.
Still quite nice. They get some nice. Oops, stay in there. Don't come out.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah, excited. I saw what you did there.
Excited.
Yeah, excited. It's very exciting.
Excited.
This one, well, that makes it easier.
No cheating.
Yeah. Hang on.
Nice Wildy. Snip him up anyway. Glenn Thomas, g'day, mate.
Hey, Glenn.
You reckons you got this one, mate? You can do it?
I hope so, buddy. Be nice to pull something cool out for a change.
It's going to come, mate. I feel tonight could be the night, mate. We should see some action. Or just wait till my pepper clutches come and I'll take the odds on.
You'll probably do better than me. I'll have terrible one.
I'm very arsey on first time pairing, so let's hope it continues.
It's not a wild side, that one, so I'll slot that over there with that pile.
In the wild pile, David reckons we need to sacrifice a shot of Kahlua over your shoulder to break the curse.
Over my shoulder, that'd be a waste. I have to go lick it off the floor then. Maybe that's what I need.
Yes, it is about time you won one. I hope he does tonight. I'm hoping we see Albino Pepper and the bottle comes off my tally.
Yeah, because if I don't, Brent's going to be drunk for the rest of next year.
2022, I'll just be rolling around in the backyard here.
Different. His head is, well, I don't want to play with this one too much. His head was just like right popping out in the middle there. There's your head. Yeah, he's a wild type. I thought so. Just got a really. Some of the patterns in these guys are really, really funky. Like, I really like them.
Quite dark.
Yeah, I don't know if it's focusing on his eye down buried in the bottom there.
Yep. It's nice.
Yeah. Some get striping. It's got little dots in his.
Yeah, bit of a Murray, very Murray sort of pattern to that thing.
Yeah.
More
Quite
of a
dark.
Murray influence. Yeah, very dark, which you see a bit in Murray's. You see some very, very melanistic looking animals.
Yeah. All right. I'm taking first pick tonight. Let's go. It's going to be crappy. I'll just take
Pick it, mate, pick it.
It's going to go in the middle. It's got a dot. We're going to call it dot.
Yeah, mate, it's a good sign. It's a data dot.
Yeah, data dot. That'll do.
Good question from Josh there. We'll come back to that after the cut, mate. What got you guys into reptiles?
Yeah,
That's probably a longer answer.
I reckon. My explanation. Oh, here we go. My explanation's a long one. It's on. Go and listen to the boys at Australian Herbiculture podcast. I did talk with them and ask that question. So it's a bit of a.
This is a 3-hour answer.
A longer answer in there. Yeah.
Wild type? Pepper, maybe?
So see a bit of striping down the back here. His head's down this way. There we go. Yeah. Wild type.
Wildy. They're coming from everywhere. Look at the stripe, though. That's cool.
Yeah, some get, obviously from the Darwin side, I would say, get a really nice brown influence to them.
Yep.
And obviously, it's the polygenic variation, and other ones you'll get the more greys of the Murrays. So,
yep.
Come here, fan. Just kicked it across the floor. So,
good look up.
Yeah, nice little stripe there, and little tidy patterns on the side there.
Very nice.
He's off for a roll.
Mate, wild types everywhere. They're saving the good stuff till last.
God. Well, you pick an egg. We'll have turns tonight, eh? How's that sound?
Okay. Go top row, third from the right.
Third.
Small, skunky looking thing. Love it. Stuart Gambino Pythons. Exciting clutch. Good luck, Daz, on winning a bottle back. Yes, he needs to get back in the game. Get on camera, Daz.
I reckon.
Yort Bowman. Yeah, fellas, are a book of knowledge. Sometimes Darren is a book of other things. But,
normally you flush it.
Knowledge does flow from him very often, yes.
Something, yeah.
Glad we can help. I love your last name, Yort Bowman. I do collect Bowman baseball cards as my other hobby. I'm a big lover of the Bowmans from 1948 to 1955. The best baseball cards ever.
There you go. I have no idea what that is, but that sounds exciting.
It's just one of my other lives I live. Many lives. What's that one you reckon, Daz?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of guessing wild site, but
we can't see, so we don't know.
I'll tilt.
There we go. Tilt that camera a bit, yeah.
Tilt the camera a little bit. Just
must be a bit out of your range.
Yeah. We'll tilt it there. Let's see here. See if that's more. How's that? There we go. A bit better.
Now we're talking. Thanks for letting us in, Darren. Appreciate it.
Here to share, here to care.
Private egg cutting going on over there.
Whether it's very much, it's another question. Whether actually it's at all.
And David, 2 ex-wives who hated snakes here. Note the word ex. Glad you got your priorities right, mate. You certainly picked the right option.
Sure where he said this, isn't it?
We could all be single tomorrow.
Could be.
Elizabeth says, do all silver peppers have the dorsal stripe?
They all tend to have some sort of striping, yeah. So some, there's a whole plethora. If I can
generally,
remind me, yeah, there's quite a variation. Some will have a little bit of striping. Some I've got a full stripe. Some are completely, like almost multi-striped sort of thing.
Yep.
I think this guy's just a wild type. But really, really nice banding.
Very uniform-like, isn't it?
Yeah. So
very nice.
His head's buried down there. I just got a little glimpse of it. I'm pretty sure I just saw a normal eye.
No black eyes.
Well, I do see some with black eyes, and they kind of almost have a wild type pattern, and I'm still not convinced that
Certain.
it is a pepper at this point in time.
Yep.
So it's just more breeding, more to be done,
Yeah. Certainly some of those really reduced pattern peppers you got last year didn't have as much of that striping on them. There were some near patternless peppers that you popped out that defy the striping rule.
Yeah, it depends on the animal. Like there's so much variation in all of them. God, I can't even get something white out of me. Come on. Where's the white?
Come on, Mr. Whitaker.
Don't let the team down.
I'd hate for you to be 5 bottles down.
It's another wild type anyway. It's got, you can see the stripe on that one.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful stripe for something with 0 Jaguar in it.
Some of the wild types are quite pretty. I've got one that's like just completely striped, the whole thing.
Yep.
It's a male posh double hair. And I just like it. I don't want to sell it.
It's almost worth keeping just to start a striped Murray project, leave the pepper side out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go all out one day and put it over a pepper girl if you want to make some proof out of it.
See down there, it's still
still
striping. Still striping, yeah. I was just trying.
No, I can see it, mate. That's nice. I like it. If it's a female, even better.
Yeah. So it's a nice. It might not show up so much on the camera, but it's a nice lighter browny colour.
Yep.
So I think you just get that influence through from the Darwin side of things.
Yes.
So what's your pick, mate? Your turn. You can.
Bottom left. Something with colour. I'm sick of. I want morphs. Yes. Albino at least. Pepper at least. Both together, even better.
That would be nice. Or else I'm going to give up.
A star. Be a pepper. Let's go.
No, it's not. There'll be another wild type. Goodness me. It's a year for wild types for old Daz, I'm afraid.
It is. It is true. The gangster was saying earlier about the curse of the wild types.
It's Brent's fault. I'm blaming him.
Goes around, comes around. You started it last year, mate, with your wild type chance. Just a normal eye.
Yeah.
Wild type it is.
Goodness. Just 2, 4, 6, 7.
Wow. 7 and what? 1 pepper.
Yeah.
0 albinos as yet.
All right. I'm going to take this one over here.
You pick it, mate. You know your own.
It's my turn. Yeah. Doesn't matter what I pick. It always turns out crap. Oh, well, So
Albino. Come on.
Let's get a chant going.
Albino. Ooh, potentially lighter.
Nah.
But not the right amount of lighter.
Oh, pepper,
very pepperish. Amy, we might come back to your question about importing things from overseas after. Oh, hopefully that's a pepper at least.
Yeah, I'm still there, aren't I? They always like their heads down the bottom, don't they?
Buried. Josh is thinking maybe 3 albino peppers. They want to start coming fast.
I reckon.
Maybe we'll see a late run like last night where the visuals right at the death came sneaking in. Well, just one of them for me.
Come on, buddy, where are you? It's almost like it's the safety mechanism. It's like, oh, there's bright light. Dive,
yep.
dive.
You can't see me.
Oh, there we go.
Black eye.
Yeah.
Bingo. Pepper number 2.
I'm guessing so, yeah.
Very nice. Look very pepperish, that back end pattern.
Well, at least it's not completely wild types.
That's good. 2 peppers. We're moving towards the right combinations. Visuals is always much better than the wildies.
Certainly is. All right. Where are we going next? Take a pick.
Bottom left. Come on. Let's see. Albino. Hey, Mr. Travs. G'day, mate. What did you miss? You missed 2 peppers so far and a fair few wild types, but we're hoping for albino pepper very shortly.
I think Brent got his Ouija board out and prayed to the odd gods to screw me over this year.
I might have done. No, that's
I
just
can't
exact.
that went, yeah. So I kind of was like, oh, there it is. And I went, oh, no, it's not.
I've done that plenty. Damn.
It's easy to do.
I think, oh, hang on. We've got something. Wildy wild. Not much chance of pepper.
Right. Well, we'll leave him to carry on.
Melissa, highlight of the day watching these egg cuttings. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
more of a highlight if you actually cracked out what you wanted to see.
We're not over yet. How many eggs left, bud?
6.
6 to go.
So
you pick. That's too much pressure for me.
I'll take this one. You know what? I'm going to go for fat boy here.
Fat unsucked in one.
Big fat dumpy egg. Yep.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. I'll tell my wife that Melissa said I can't miss any shows because it's the highlight of her day. I hate to upset the crowd, so
yes, that's correct.
So it's worthwhile that we spend our life in here cutting eggs.
It's nothing like looking at the incubator and my wife coming and go, oh, there's a head poking out of this egg at like 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh, you're joking.
Just bring the magic, Daz. That's all we want to see.
Looking at that
not brown magic.
it's not very magical at all.
Not brown magic.
Geez, we're on a roll with wild types. Goodness me.
Killer odds on the wild. Unbelievable.
God. It's hard to see, look. There we go.
Show your head, little fella.
Yes. Trying just dupes and bleeding and stuff.
Clean up some mess there.
Yeah. I don't know where his head's gone.
Anthony's looking for the pig of the clutch. Mate, we're looking to see something white, yellow at this stage would be nice.
Ah, would be. Just something yellow would be good.
Peter wants to see top right. Let's see if Peter's got the magic.
All right. Top right it will be.
He's from up the mountains, mate. He knows stuff. He's breathing better air than us blokes down here in the slums of Sydney.
I reckon. All right. See.
Let's go. Peter's pick. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you.
Oh, Peter. I
almost let words out that I shouldn't let out.
It's still PG rated time. Be nice.
Yeah, it's got a nice stripe, mate. The stripe. I don't know if it comes up.
Yep. They're dark, a lot of them, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's just the way the lighting is. I think it's very hard. They are dark, yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy actually looks like it might be quite a substantial stripe on it. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, look at that stripe.
You can see it all the way over there.
Maybe a pepper?
Nah, not a pepper. You get a lot of striping in some of the wild types, eh?
Yeah.
You see there. So I don't know if it's coming up on the camera or not.
Yeah, it's you can see it, but yes, it does reflect a bit in those eggs though, but that's a cracker stripe though.
Yeah. Well, no, next thing you pop them on, I'll be boy.
How many left? 4.
Yep, where's the big
Mitchell Holiday, bottom left, albino pepper.
Bottom left.
Come on, maybe Mitchell's the man.
All right.
Who can lose me a bottle, and I'll be happy to see an albino pepper and take one off the tally. Gaz Langley looks like 5 bottles. Yeah, it's not over yet. Oh, that's a better looking snip.
Oh, here we go. This is nicer.
We've got potential.
You can see in there, like I was talking about some of the reds in some of the albinos.
Wow. That's a good looking albino. That's heavy Murray influence.
Yeah.
Now, some solid red eyes.
That'll be a pepper. It's a very solid pattern.
Mm,
But compare, you can see how like dark the blotches are.
yep.
Where's your little head, dude?
That's going to be a cracker snake, though.
Yeah, they're really nice. You give them a bit of time and they start to colour up, and
Yep.
just stunning.
Hopefully a female you can hold back and play with.
I know I've got enough females. But yeah, I kept back a couple from last season. Actually had an extra male.
Cassandra called for albino, and she could be right on the money with just albino. Would certainly love another gene on top.
Yeah, the head is just... It's almost like there's no head in here at all. It's like it just disappears.
It's headless. He's laughed his head off at all the wild types.
He's like, no.
It's got no head.
He's just so intent. It's staying buried in there somewhere.
It's chilled. Anthony says he's not fussed if it's yellow. Pure pepper would be fine. Well, it won't be out of this clutch of pure pepper, but
nope.
There will be other pure peppers, I'm sure. I'll leave that one to sit for a minute and come back to it.
Yep. Half ripped it out of the egg. Or just big gunk.
Phil reckons save the bottom right till last. He reckons that's the money one.
All right, we'll put that one over. We'll put that one over there.
So what? 2 others to go.
All right, we're gonna take this one.
3 left. Well, this was the top right for Matty Travs. He reckons this is
Matty Travs.
Let's see if Painter Boy knows anything.
Well,
he's a Parramatta supporter, so he's used to losing.
Oh, can you give me something to win on?
Oh, look out! Look out!
Pinos.
Ooh. It's the right colour.
It's nice when you actually see that they are actually double heads. The first time I picked him, I went, oh. you question yourself, you know.
I always think, did I stuff up that pairing somehow?
Yeah.
This is looking like much less pattern.
Yeah, I'm doing spots. There's a head. Head back away before I got a good look at his eye.
Gaz says, how can you tell an albino pepper?
Easiest way is the red eye.
Solid eye.
So he's albino. There we go.
Normal albino. Yep. So the pinky normal albino eye. In the peppers, they have a solid black eye. Albino turns solid red eye.
Well, they are really nice. I like how red they are.
They are beautiful, but they are lacking the gene that we came here for.
Oh,
nice all the same.
Maybe if we get these, we grab this egg here and get this rubber like that.
Show us the magic. What's left? 2?
2. We got the last one over there. So we put aside. So it's this one. Yep.
Hopefully Phil can pull the magic in the last one.
Well,
2 to go.
Nice. You want to get that 5th bottle ready?
Oh my God. That is dark.
Yeah, it certainly is. Typical of some of the Murrays when they hatch. They lighten up a little bit. Come on.
Yep. It'd be nice if you popped out a new black prince for us.
It would be nice. There we go. At least his head's
a bit lighter on the sides. A black eye? No, just a wild top.
Nope. He's just twisting himself there. There we go.
Saying that, we've seen plenty of normal Murrays with black eyes too.
Yeah. Yep. I've got a few things with black eyes.
Yeah, I've got a big girl here, big Murray girl that's got black eyes. Just a wild type, totally unrelated to anything pepper.
Last, lucky last.
Here we go, the final one. 16 eggs.
It's looking dark. Just calling it early.
Come on. Don't do it to me.
Hey, it's dark. Yay, you want to win.
Yeah,
Goodness me.
Well, the odds gods not being nice.
Mate,
Very Murray looking.
These double het multi-gene things are just definitely not on my side.
No, he's had a very poor run this season with it.
I have produced, out of all the clutches I've produced, I have produced 4 albino peppers, one of which died out of the egg.
Yep. Out of many eggs.
Out of many eggs. I mean, there is more clutches. I actually, mine only did 2-3 clutches a season, but I think I got 4 this season. But this one,
yep,
it's actually quite nice. Just for the lack of odds, just to try to get numbers to work with for more future projects. Like, you've got a bit of stripe on him as well.
Very nice, very nice. Well, 16 eggs, technically, statistically, we should see 4 peppers, 4 albinos of some type. And what do we get? 2 peppers, which is quite good.
Yeah, 2 peppers, 2 albs.
2 albinos.
And an unbiased amount of wild types.
Yeah, an extraordinary attack of wild types.
Oh, maybe it's this camera.
It's not shining the right light to make them look albino.
I think Brent's cursed me. He's prayed to the alcohol gods.
Mate, I'm happy with the 5th bottle. Thank you. On a streak of 5, but disappointed in the result though. Jake's got it on the money. Did you pee off the odds gods? Well, I think he did more than that. I think
so. I think not only that, besides me obviously peeing them off and Brent cursing me for them, there's definitely something going on.
It's like you threw a whole plate of poo at them or something at the moment.
I reckon.
Very, very much not loving you.
No. Oh, that's the way it goes. There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. And, we talk about it all the time. People get clutches of 4 and 2 Minglows, and, it's I don't think they realise how hard it is, and to the further extent why some genetic combinations hold the price tag that they do. And
yes.
This is the reason why. I mean, I've been producing these longer than anybody else anywhere.
Yep.
And I still don't have a heap to work with. So
yes,
we've had far more opportunities.
I guess that's why those first obs, any of those multi-gene things, people think they come with crazy price tags, and this is why. So once you've got them, it's a whole lot easier to reproduce, but getting them from the start can be very painful.
Yeah, and I saw Paul Comerford, I think it was, next gen Morelia, he actually got a triple G, which looks like it's going to be quite a stunning looking animal.
Snow pepper.
A snow pepper. That's a huge congrats to him. That's awesome. Well, first there. I was chatting to him a bit about it before, and it come from Dave Evans' Exanthic Jungle line.
Yep.
So very, very cool looking animal. And it's kind of that reason why with the multi-gene stuff, I tended to not want to sell anything.
Yes. try and create more and more.
Yeah, for that reason, not only that, I've put quite a bit of time and effort, many years into this project. So, I'd like to, see some of them through before somebody else does. But, choose other
sadly,
which is fine.
No, you can't be in front on everything, and at some point you've got to release stuff, and people will just have extraordinary good luck too. You'll sell something, someone will go in a different direction to you and hit it, and straight away get results from the hits. It's how things happen, sadly. Yeah,
it sure is. That's the way it goes.
But it's good for the hobby. The more of this stuff that's out there and people see it, people love it, it grows the audience more. It's not always a bad thing. As much as you want it all, you've got to let others do their thing and take it in different directions.
Yeah, definitely. And seeing how odds can play. We could have picked this clutch. There could have been 4 albino peppers in there, 5 albino peppers.
Yeah.
But it's often the case that it's not. Like we say all the time, it's not the odds of a clutch, it's the odds per egg. So every time one of these, those chances keep repeating, and that's why you don't always get what you want.
No.
Theoretically, 16 eggs, as you said before, it should be a quarter of this, quarter of that, and 16th of the double G.
And one magic one.
Yeah, and nothing at all.
Yep.
So, nothing albino pepper. So should have at least been one in there.
Yep. Yeah. Oh well. Sorry to see you lost again, Daz.
No, I'm scared to think how much a bottle is.
You better start stalking the Christmas specials to try and save yourself a few bucks at the alcohol store.
Yeah, how much is a case, mate? A case? $7.50. No, 1 litre bottles, apparently.
1 litre bottles. Not many people buy them by the case, but you might be the first at your local bottler.
Yeah. Do you do a mixed dozen, mate?
Cheaper in bulk.
Yeah, mixed dozen. Mixed dozen? Yeah, 6 Kaluas.
6 Baileys, 6 Kaluas.
Oh, Baileys, that's right. Baileys. And I better not get Team Maria.
No, do not.
Oh,
we'll do a couple of questions before we roll out. I can't have a late one tonight. Josh Marshall had a good one earlier. What got you guys into reptiles? I got into them when a friend of mine was going to release a captive bred snake into the wild. I decided to take care of it. Well, good on you for saving that one from a fairly likely death, sending captive bred stuff with not the greatest of skills or, the acclimatization to be just thrown in the bush. You probably saved his life, mate. May well have survived, you don't know, but they're not experts at hunting. Their food's brought to them. They're not acclimatized to winter. Sadly, their captive bred stuff is best kept in captive areas, funny enough.
Yep, not only that, you could be releasing an animal in an area where it doesn't belong. You don't know if the history of that animal is pure to the area either. There's plenty, there's probably more mixed blood stuff out there being passed off as pure stuff than not, sort of thing. So definitely not. It's captive bred. Keep it in captivity. If you can't look after it, sell it, moving on, find someone to give it to.
Yeah, someone will always. There's a society everywhere. In every state, in every town, someone will. If you want to hand that snake into a society, they will certainly care for it. Doesn't matter, regardless of its condition of health, they will fix the thing and find it a good home. They do a fantastic job of rehabbing and rehoming snakes.
I used to do it for the Australian Herp Society when I was on the committee there. It was part of doing a lot of that rehoming stuff that comes through from wires and city wildlife and stuff that was non-releasable because I didn't know where it actually came from, wasn't endemic to the area. So we would always have to find homes for it.
Sure. So what got you into reptiles then, Daz? Back when TVs were black and white?
Well, you would have had them as well. I've always had an interest in reptiles since I was a kid. There's always been a passion there. Or every time we go, I used to do a bit of shooting. I'll cut this down to a short version. Used to do a lot of shooting when I was a kid. So I'd always be out lifting up rocks and looking in crevices, chasing lizards and finding things and all sorts of stuff. And when I was about 11 or 12, I went, a friend of my dad's, this is the short version, used to keep some red bellies and death adders and that, unbeknownst to my father. And he goes, I'll bring him up, I'll show Darren a few snakes and you can touch and, handle some. And I'm like, oh, awesome. Went up there. So I spent the afternoon playing with red belly black snakes, little juvenile 3-foot little things, young kid. It was just like how awesome it was. So I spent the afternoon playing with red bellies, like free handling them all over the place, not being any the wiser that it was actually quite dangerous, so to speak. And that was kind of the thing that hooked me once I got that, time in a private collection apart from, the odd, here, hold the lizard and take a photo and then pass it back sort of thing, to actually get there and play and talk to the guy. I was even asking to hold the death adders. I remember he had a death adder. And these are in glass tanks. So these are in glass fish tanks, with lids on them, not like, the terrariums and stuff these days. And this was back in the early 80s. And, and I was hooked. And he goes, you can have one. I'll give you one. I'll tell you, Dad. So I got back all excited. I was going to get this snake. And Dad found out it was red-bellied black snake. I think he just about took his guns up there and blew his head off. That's it. I was never allowed back there again.
Shut that straight down.
Yeah, because I'm like, I was playing with the snakes now, and there's like, oh, what sort of snake was it? And I tied his red belly blake, and he knew they were, venomous. So that was all over real quick. So, but always maintain the passion. Always had a fascination for that, fishing and sharks, that sort of thing. So, bought my house in '97. Got my first snake. So,
and filled the house with snakes soon after.
Yeah. It started off with, do you mind if I get one? Oh, no, I don't mind you getting a snake. And, within 12 months, it was like 40 reptiles. And, and I was doing some shop fit outs and stuff with the mates. I was building all my own enclosures and stuff. And it just grew and grew. We don't need all this stuff in this room. Can we just move it out and I'll make this reptile room? And now the house is a reptile room.
And then boom.
Yeah.
It's never good when you start with 1 or 2 and everyone tends to get on that roll early. 2 becomes 10, becomes 25 very quickly.
Certainly does. Start breeding. But that's the short version. But I've just always had the passion, interest.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, cool. What other questions we got tonight?
Amy. If you could import anything like from USA, what snake would you choose first?
You answer that one first. I have to ponder.
USA is the place that there is so much stuff. I do love the boas. I've got to say, I see the boa morphs over there. There is some crazy stuff. Even a basic red tail boa, right through to some of the combos that they're producing over there now. Boas and retics have all the magic, cow stuff and pieds, all the stuff that makes me just go, why don't we have that in carpets, please?
Yeah, it's so hard, as I've said before on this show, when I had the opportunity to go over there and go to Tinley Park Reptile Show and to Brian Barczyk's facility, back when he was huge, just to walk in and just ball pythons, like you see pictures of them and all that sort of stuff, but together and just see tables and tables in every shade of color you can imagine is just mind-blowing, and pieds and albinos and lavenders and just some crazy stuff. But
4,000 morphs, you can't you can't dominate that space.
It's nuts. But like the cow retics have always been a favorite. I just reckon they're just a cool looking animal. Some of the blood pythons, there's some pretty cool. I remember seeing one of the guys over there, Matt, his last name, had some really nice striped blood pythons. Oh, really, really nice. Borneo bloods. Mate, Cayman's lizards. There was, I don't think I could pick one. Even things like little hognose snakes.
Yeah.
Sand boas.
The little things playing dead. Leave me alone.
They're the coolest little thing. You see them and it's like they're tiny. They're mildly venomous, but they're plastic ass. And they're just awesome, to see them. But yeah, I think if you went over there, like I know a lot of people out here probably side on ball pythons or retics because that's kind of the stuff you see more of.
Mainstream, yep.
But when you go over there to the show and take one of our shows and probably close to triple it,
yep,
just insane.
Yeah, like, Tinley Park and a few of those things are off the chart size-wise.
Yeah, they're massive, and they're jam-packed. They're not like some of our shows, we've got obviously the sellers tables and there's quite a bit of room. Mate, these things are like tightly packed. There's no gaps between. It's a wall and there's a table from one end to the other with a little gap to walk through and a wall and then another table. And it's chockers, absolutely chockers. I'd recommend if anybody ever gets the opportunity to go over there during that time of year to go to Tinley Park, one of these big reptile shows. And I think Tinley Park's 2 or 3 days. And, mate, I just walk around and around and around so you can't walk and once you start talking to most of the guys over there, unlike us out here where we're not allowed to take our reptiles out and show people, it's different over there. So half the time you go over chat, as soon as they realise you're an Aussie from down under, they're like, oh yeah, man, they start pulling out anything and everything, spiders and they got all the tarantulas. Just crazy.
Another world.
Stuff. Yeah, certainly an experience. I'd love to go back and see it again. But,
huge population, so yeah, numbers make things work.
Yeah.
Now, I found the problem tonight, mate. Donna Bennett
was optimistic.
Yeah, was optimistic. Donna Bennett was not here for the cut. That's the problem we had tonight. She missed it. Let her kids have the phone, and now look what happened. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. John missed it too. It will reload. Joanne Birch, I've decided you can keep your carpet sexing them today, and I have love bites all up my arms.
And that was just from Pete.
Yes, the carpets have got a little bit better bite on them when they're younger.
I reckon.
Yeah, I still, I mean, I don't often do it, but I still just dangle their heads into the tub when I pop them and go. You get the odd one that reaches up and wants to give you a little tap here and there.
I had the best one the other day. I actually popped it, checked it, girl, and obviously you got it close, when you're blind as a bat to see. And as I let the tail go and I've turned like this, it's pissed and went straight all over my face, in my mouth, everything. I've never done that ever in my life. And then getting carried away trying to rush things and being things to do. And it's like, yuck, yeah.
How good did that taste?
Yeah, you don't want to go there. I confirmed it was a female though, but it's not the sort of shower you were hoping for. Yeah, no, definitely not. So yeah, I decided to take my time and a little bit slower. Not pleasant at all. I'd rather take the bites than the pee in the mouth. God.
I remember sexing snakes at Kellyville years ago when you were there once, and I accidentally squirted you with wee a few times.
I don't mind it if it gets over here. Like, it doesn't worry if it gets on my shirt or the hands or anything like that. That doesn't worry me.
Just not in the mouth, eh?
It sprays up across here, and you kind of go, I wonder what sex that is.
Not cool.
It'll still be nice at all.
Not cool.
John, normal jobs, or do you make enough to live off reptiles? No, we have normal jobs.
Normal job? I don't know about normal, but yes.
Mine's not really normal. I do have a job.
Yours is weird. I guess you work for months and then don't work for months, whereas I just work 6 days a week like a slave and have Sundays off.
Yeah, so, COVID damaged my work quite a bit. I was working for my nephew remote all over the place in Northern Territory. And, COVID came along, wrecked that. Then China imports and costs and went through the roof, and they put a massive dampener on the business and stuff. But, there's more work coming up. So I've been at home since June. And,
like a bum?
January, yeah, like a bum. Yeah, back in January. So, yes, normal jobs. I don't know. There wouldn't be many people that could actually make it as a living out here. Unlike America, there's just not quite the money behind it.
No,
solely
the volumes.
Rodents are quite expensive. Out here, and what you get for something like when you talk some of the mutations in the States to $50,000-$100,000 a pop, and you don't sell one a year. They sell 15 or 20. Like because it's international, it's worldwide. So
we can't export.
Yeah, we can't export. They pay a couple of dollars for extra large rats. So to feed that collection, plus obviously a massive food market with piglets and all sorts of other stuff, there are ticks and all that sort of stuff. It's just different. It's a different economy. So I mean, what do you think, Brent?
Sadly here, mate, Australia's just like I said. It's never going to be big enough unless they change rules for exporting. There's a few guys that have been pro, I guess you could call it, over here in Australia that have done it on a big scale. You can count them on one hand, and you can probably count on less of a hand how many are still doing it, because it's so tough trying to live that life of relying on income from animals to survive. You don't live a great life. It's very, very tough. So yes, it's certainly just a hobby, and certainly a big hobby for both of us. But you need help. You can't do it all yourself. So if you've got family and people who can donate time and help with the stuff. My wife spends 2 or 3 days a week in these rooms cleaning stuff, and I get to feed all day Sunday like I did today. So it's a family help. My old man took over all the rodents and does a brilliant job now of ramping that side of it up. So it supplies me all the rodents I need. Happy to buy from him, and supplies a few other people as well. So if you don't have that network of people, it's very tough, very tough.
Yeah, definitely. Without having something else to help support it, whether it be, like you said, selling rodents or something like that as well.
Yep.
So to supplement, because, it's not an easy thing, that's for sure. So no normal jobs.
No.
Blue tree monitors. They are.
I hate normal jobs too, just for the record. But anyway.
I mean, look, if we could, I'm sure if we could become, professional reptile breeders, I'm sure there's a lot of us that would do. If they opened up, not to open up another topic, but if they opened up the borders and allowed us to export, sure, it'd be a hugely different scenario.
Yep, you'd be pumping peppers all over the world to live a nicer life.
I would definitely have a much better warehouse.
Yes. Elizabeth, yes, blue tree monitors.
Woo-wee. There you go. So there's obviously Pete and Joe planning another trip. I went over with Pete on one of his trips. That's how we hung out with Brian Barczyk and that. So whenever he does a trip, if anyone's got the coin to be able to go over and spend a week or two, there's some experienced people to take you on a trip.
Yeah, Faye says it was awesome at Finley Park.
Yeah, Faye went over there, yeah. Yep. And there's a lot of nice guys over there too. You're getting involved in the hobby and you get in touch with guys like Eric Burke and Owen McIntyre and some of those guys over there, and they go to all these shows and everything, and they're absolutely top bunch of blokes and very hospitable, sit down, get on the beers and chat and laugh, and good bunch of guys. You get on all the carpet blokes.
Yep.
Chat with all them. Good fun times.
Yeah, very cool. Mr. Shark came in late. I guess. You missed it.
Yeah, he's just got off his Ouija board.
Yes, Sharpie, he missed it, mate. He's 5 bottles down, sadly.
Yeah.
No albino pepper from this clutch. Anyway, we'll have to dig deep again in the next one. Maybe the next one there's 3. It's got to happen eventually. You're going to blow one out of the water and put this curse to bed.
Yeah, there's a couple more clutches to come yet, so hopefully the odds are a little bit better in my favour. Still, I'm pretty happy with those albinos. I actually really like the albino MDs.
Yes.
I actually think they got the potential to be up there with the albino bredli. I think it's just a bit of an untapped potential at the moment. So
calm down, mate. Calm down. What would you know about albino bredli?
Oh, probably more than you'll know about Xanthic bredli. I'll have some soon.
I think I'd
probably just shot myself in the foot. I probably hatch out all possets.
We'll see in clutches to come, eh? We shall see. Toby, good question from Toby. Have you guys ever torn an egg? And if so, was it still successful in the incubation stage? 100%. I tore them all the time. I tore some Bredli eggs the other day, being a heavy-handled galoot, tearing eggs apart. Tore 2 of them in one clutch, being a little bit rough. And yeah, they're super tough, mate. If you don't absolutely destroy the sidewall on one, mate, I've seen guys put all sorts of things on them, candle wax and sticky tape and all sorts of glues and stuff. Those Bredli ones I tore, I'll cut them January or February, whenever they're up. Mate, I dead set just smeared some of that albumin over the edge of the split part, and it sets itself back together very quickly. So try and set up the egg where it's can't leak, and mate, within a day or so they seem to repair themselves pretty good.
Yeah, as long as you don't squeeze the egg and push half the gunk out of the egg, half the albumin out of the egg, they're generally fine. I've done the same. Did one myself, I think, too, this year. Same thing, pulling an egg apart because it was no good. Had one that was halfway through incubation, had a real bad bunch of eggs that were just terrible. So I thought I'll just remove them. And as I was gently removing them, I actually tore at the bottom of one of the eggs. And I actually just got some tissue paper and shoved it in the bottom of the egg and left it, put it back in the incubator, left it for 3 or 4 days, went back, pulled all the tissue back, and it all dried. gone hard set, and it was a clutch that we picked. Probably even mentioned it in one of the shows not long ago. The innate came out, no problems whatsoever. So
definitely.
As long as you don't rip it completely. I think Brian Bonin actually had a thing about something happened with an egg, and he actually cut the top of the egg and suspended it, and incubated it that way with almost a clear window in it, and it still hatched. So many years ago.
I saw an experiment. It wasn't reptile. It was something else that someone actually got something to hatch suspended in clear Glad wrap in a glass. Basically, cracked the egg and put it into the thing, and grew, incubated, and hatched out of inside a cup, which was quite amazing. I can't remember what species it was, but that was something I thought I will try that one day. I've just not been game enough to give it a crack, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it'll be interesting to give it a try one day.
Yeah, best trip I do. Oh yeah, Brett's probably talking about going with John Pete. So there. Oh, okay, there we go. So I missed that. So Brian, that'd be Brian Barczyk, Kenan Harkin, and Tommy Crutchfield. Legends
all the big boys.
Yeah. Those that don't know Kenan Harkin, he's a huge turtle guy. Loves his turtles. Got lots of cool stuff, and was a crazy BMX rider back in the day. And funniest dude you'll ever meet. I hung out in the car with him a few years ago. There was Pete, myself, Chris, Cole, Troy Kay, and a few others. And we had Ken in the car. Man, it was like 4 days of hysterics. He had a headache every day from laughing so much. The guy's an absolute crack up. Top people, really nice people. Fun times. Chickens. Are you getting hungry there, Elizabeth?
Chickens. It was chickens that they hatched out, obviously. Chickens.
Waiting for you to get
there. Sorry, we're a bit slow.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah. I wasn't. I was somewhere far, far away. Looking at Donna, next egg cutting. I've got that Super Zebra Het Albino to a Sunglow Zebra Jaguar, probably in the next day or two, I would say.
Oh, you probably got better odds of getting something nice in there than I have, apparently.
The eggs are not looking great. It wasn't a huge clutch, and 3 or 4 have turned to dust. Hopefully, I think there's still 7 or 8 in there. We hopefully pull something nice out of that. Always really good variety in those clutches.
Yeah, always good when you get those. It's nice when you actually have visual stuff in there, because obviously your odds are much greater, and it's a lot cooler to see, the funky stuff coming out. So, what have I got coming out? What was that one? Sorry, what's today's date? Only 15. That was that. I've got another Fluoro Jag clutch coming up. So there should be another double Pepper Albino clutch coming up. Ooh, tell you what,
that'll be the one.
Red light het albinos, Brent.
Oh my God, Darren! Darren, he's finally going to get an albino Bradley. Wow. How many eggs? Before you get too excited?
It wasn't a big clutch.
Oh, don't say those words.
11 eggs she laid. 11 eggs at the time of laying she laid. So, 10th, so that's not going to be too far away.
I'll say nothing.
Yeah, and then not long, there's a few ant clutches there. And then, not long, 2 days later after that, were the first of the het xanthic bredli. Ghost.
Excellent.
Clutches.
Yeah. I'll leave that one to you, mate. As I said, I'm happy for you to have all that glory after albinos were so good to me.
Yeah. So there's some variations coming. What's over on this page?
Oh, God.
It's like pages and pages.
So look forward to seeing Darren's head on the screen for the next 2 months at least.
Well, I try to book everything in, put stuff down cooler and stuff up warmer, so we try to get a bit of variation. But sometimes I don't want to play.
No, it happens.
Yeah. So
Toby's saying you had a small tear, just put a Band-Aid over it and left it. That's exactly the best course of action, mate. Let them be. They will sort it out unless it's catastrophic. They do not need our help. Certainly in the wild, when they incubate things, the mother snake does not pick them up and candle them and move them and do all sorts of things to them. They are just left to be.
Yeah.
Tara, what temp do you incubate your eggs? What you cooking at, Daz?
Top of the incubator sitting just over 31 and a half. Down low is around 30, but that's because I don't have my fans going in the incubators this season. But just to try to vary a few things around a little bit. But yeah, if you can get a stable 31 and a half, 31 to 31 and a half, that's a good place to be. Try not to be any hotter than that. What about you, Brent?
Definitely. Same, mate. I put the probe right in the middle of the incubator, and it's at 31. So pretty much the same as you, mate. Up the top, we might see 31.5, 31.6. Down the bottom, 30, 30.2, 30.3. So and you can sort of shuffle stuff around. Stuff that looks overdone, you can drop it down. Stuff that looks underdone, when they're due, you can move them up to get them some extra heat to finish them off. So it's certainly useful. People are very big on the perfect stable temps all through, but I don't mind the variation, so you can use it to your advantage when things look like they need more or less.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually doing a bit before, just doing a bit of incubator shuffling, trying to move some stuff up in the warmer spot, some of the stuff that's hatched moving down slightly. So trying to shuffle things around. So, excuse me. Well, that's kind of an hour, mate. I think we're there.
Yeah, mate. I think that's probably the end of the questions. I can go and move furniture and do fun things. You can
clean more snakes, take more photos, and put more ads up.
Go and try and save some money up. You go to Dan Murphy's.
Yeah, I know. It's like to put some ads up.
And in Darren's ads, it will say, "We'll swap for Baileys of bottles and Kahlua."
That's right. Willing to trade alcohol.
Good.
You're gonna have to buy. Yeah, you're dead right, Faye. What do you think I'm coming down to your place tomorrow for? See how much room you've got. See if I can rent some space.
Tubs for rent. Charge him heaps, Faye. Charge him $1 a tub per hour.
Yeah, I reckon.
Go away, Mozzie.
No, biting. You cursed me. I got no albino peppers. They're nice.
Yeah, well,
those albs are going to be nice, though.
Absolutely.
Really nice.
Mate, I think that next clutch coming up, there's got to be a turning point. There's got to be somewhere where you smack 2 or 3 out in a clutch. It just can't continue on this run forever. So let's hope down the track some magic.
I hope so. I'm sure there'll be something cool somewhere. But anyway. All right, Brent, if people are looking for you, where can they find you?
KHP Reptiles, Facebook. Everyone gets me there. Brent Smith on Messenger, or website, khpreptiles.com.au.
Cool.
And you?
Me, Darren Whittaker, or Morelia by Design on Facebook and on Instagram. And this stuff also goes to the YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and have a watch, you can go and have a sticky beat there. So other thing for those that are still hanging around, if anyone sees us sharing the page or that, like, share. If you see us live streaming, if you can feel like sharing it out, that would be awesome. Try to get a few more people interested and, get more people involved in it. So I know we're cranking through some egg cutting at the moment, but once that's all over, we'll change the way we do things a little bit and try to make things a little bit not more interesting. I think it's interesting cutting eggs, but just get some variety on the show, I suppose. Yeah. So things to come. So
we might just barge on into Faye's place and look at all her ants or something one day, and
I reckon
eat some scones and jam and cream and stuff. It'll be cool.
That sounds good. You got any scones and jam and cream left for me tomorrow, Faye? So I've got to go to the place tomorrow.
You didn't put your order in already?
Damn, I forgot. Oh, awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions. If you guys ever have a question, by all means ask, and we'll certainly try to help out and answer it as best we can. So until next time, peace out, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. Bye, guys.